We've been analyzing data here at Jefferson and across the district by the location of an incident, what time of the day it occurs, when a student is removed from class on a discipline referral, how much time that student is waiting in an office, losing additional class time before an administrator is able to sit down and talk with that student.
We can do single individual student, we can do grade level, we can do gender, we can do ethnicity, we can do socioeconomic level because we also keep track of the lunch codes, free and reduced lunch. We can break it down, talking about the entire student population at Jefferson, or break it down to a specific student as well and look at a pattern there.
Jefferson Middle School uses a variety of data to improve curriculum and instruction, as well as school climate and policy.
Are we being fair and equitable in our treatment of all children? The same types of decisions are being made in terms of behavior consequences.
From my bank.
Maybe. But I think the challenge of getting the work done within the time period that I gave him, and being able to do that and say, Mrs. Lewis, I finished my work. And I did it.
We looked at the data to see which students were receiving discipline referrals, which took them out of the classroom and which prevented them from receiving instructional time. We looked at the data to see which teachers were sending students out a lot. And we used that to talk to our teachers about preserving instructional time and making sure that students have the opportunity to take advantage of as much instructional time as possible. And then if teachers needed extra staff development or professional development, we used that data to see which teachers were having difficulty with certain students, and also looking at the data to see whether students were having difficulty with one teacher or with all teachers, and basically it helped us to determine what our needs were.
Jefferson has used data to strategize how to improve school climate and address attendance issues.
Our biggest attendance issue would be our tardies. Last year, our system of discipline for tardies involved a lot of detentions, eventually working their way up to a Saturday school, that sort of thing. This year, we saw that wasn't working. We spent all year following up on detentions that weren't served and things like that. So this year, we threw out detentions completely. We're seeing a decline in them, and that's because we tell the kids they have 5. Once they reach that 5th one, they get a Saturday school. We're seeing a little bit of a decline, so we're hoping that by looking at the data that way, that we've made a decision that is helpful. And our discipline referrals are down for August and September as compared to August and September last year. Our incidents are not as serious. That's not necessarily saying we're doing a whole lot differently than we were last year. It could be our student population. It could be a lot of things that we know. But we brainstorm about what could be causing it to go down and try to keep that going.